When we got on the Rotterdam, we had a field day. One, I was never on a ship before. I was awed by it. It was overwhelming. All the people and boarding the ship was all a brand new experience. We left Rotterdam. We set sail, and about a half hour after the ship started, my sister got very seasick. It took us 14 days to cross the Atlantic, and in the entire crossing, she was in steerage, and the only time she came out for a breath of fresh air is just about a half hour before we saw the Statue of Liberty. Steerage was one huge place. It was the lowest deck. The stench, it was the summer in August, the humidity, the heat, having no air conditioning, having no cooling facilities. It was very hot, compounded by the fact that there must have been anywhere from 200 to 300 people in that huge cavernous area. The body smells, the body odors, the lack of sanitation, lack of any kind of facilities, washing. There was no such thing as washing or bathing. The stench, the vermin, it was rat infested. But being children, I guess, had its advantages in this case because we always tried to get out of there. We tried to get out of the steerage, get out of the babble of voices, get out of the heat and the stench, and get on the main deck. We were permitted to stay there for a little while, but we were constantly chased. But the crossing went for us, for me in particular, went very quickly.
This young woman here, they were examining her hair. She had it braided so beautifully because I guess she was going to meet someone, and they unbraided all her hair. And evidently they found something there because they were clipping her hair, just cutting here and cutting there. And she started to cry. She said, "But you're cutting my hair." She says, "Well, my dear, if you want to be in America, we want to make sure that your hair is clean."
I got on the boat, I was only 5, and this gentleman who had been back and forth several times, well, my mother took a liking to him because he was so knowledgeable about it. Spoke Italian, oh yeah, he was. And so he took me on a walk one day, and he said, "You know what? When you get over to Ellis Island, they're going to be examining your eyes with a hook." And he says, "Don't let them do it, because you know what? They did it to me when I fell in my pocket." So you can imagine how I entered this. So we get over there, and everybody has to pass. And I'm on the floor screaming, "I will not let them touch me." Yeah. I passed without a physical. I passed without because the other 7 passed.